afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to the first episode of Mnandi Me right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Igama lenkqubo yiMnandi Me. Ndiqinisekile ke uyazibuza uba yintoni konke Mnandi Me. Yabona ke xa bona thina yazibazi popile mthana nge-health. We are all about health tips, healthy tips ze-diet, wena gym, wena fun exercises, sithi yonke loo nto. In the first episode, Mnandi Me, we get face to face with an expert to get the truth behind diabetes. Siya kitchen China to see the delicious dish that can be made totally diabetes free. Discover which trends will hit SA Fashion Week Glonyaga. And keep up the pace when we see what our guests are capable of when it comes to physical action. Shocking about lo sisi oqhafuza ebe-TV yena ngubani. Igama lami Zola Nombona, and I will be your fitness friend for the rest of this journey. So sonke siyazi uba in this day and age ayikho into epowerful njenge-social media. So ke thina as Mnandi Me sihambile ke sathatha ixesha sayo kule social media to go ask what you guys want us to talk about on the show. Kodwa ke if you have any comments or any health related questions, ungasifumana on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram on @Mnandi_me. Xa umuntu enesifo seswekile, the sugar levels in their blood is too high because imizimba yabo can't process it properly. This happens because their pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin. Insulin is a hormone which helps the sugar enter the body cells to provide energy. Because these sugars can't go into the cells and be used up, they have to stay in the blood and can cause a lot of damage to the rest of the body as the blood pumps through the other organs and body parts. We've got our expert, Sis Cody, who is a dietitian, also diabetes. Sis Cody, welcome, Mama.
Hi, Zola.
Unjani, Mama?
I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
So, Sis Cody, now why is diabetes such a serious condition, and why is it increasing so much in the country, or actually in general?
When I grew up, I used to think diabetes was easy for rich people, but we're actually finding it more in developing societies. Like I can give a simple example about Josie life.
Yeah.
Go busy, like who has the time to be standing on the stove and cooking? Women are working.
Yes.
Umama omunye will leave home at 4 a.m. and come back at 8 p.m. Who cooks for her kids? So when economies change and lifestyle change, so we see a growth via diabetes, not only in your pro countries, but also in developing countries and in developed.
So for this week, starting at diabetes, is that affects thousands of people in South Africa. And right now, a studio in Buthouse, in Kalanzinzi, a quite a star, a actor.
I don't think they're ready for this one, dog. What about? Chess. Welcome to my world premiere.
What about Fetchmin Kamala Muhauza, Tsepo Musese, and I'm 33 years old. I'm a South African entertainer.
It's not a charity club we run here.
In a nutshell, TV presenter, musician, actor, ... My motto in life, I believe in being yourself, man, because only you can be the best you can be. Secrets about myself. What you see is what you get. I ain't got no secrets. I'm living with diabetes type 1. I believe a lot more in, living a healthy lifestyle.
Are we even gonna make it? If every day another life is taken, at the finish line, who's gonna be waiting? Can we run the race with our legs amputated? HIV's got the whole world shaking. What about diabetes wiping out a generation? We need to worry about the lack of education.
Hobbies, I'm a PlayStation freak. I love hanging out with my friends and, all that kind of stuff that normal people do. My career highlights, that's on a daily basis when I get acknowledged by AMA fans coming up to me, telling me how great my work is, either on TV or in music, whatever the case is. That inspires me to be greater than I am and to do better than what I've done already. Career highlights. Injan.
Mnandi Me. Hello, but how's that? How's it? So what did they? Good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Putam.
Thank you.
So, Puthausa, ndifuna ukwazi esisimo le condition ye diabetes kuwe wayazi njani wafumana njani uba okay now I'm diabetic kwenzeka ntoni?
Njengoba umama echazile for me ngiye ngabona ngama symptoms wakhona. I had lost a lot of weight in a very short space of time, dehydrated. My vision was affected somehow, like I started getting blurry, vision. And obviously when you lose so much weight, that can easily be associated with HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
And that's merely because of the awareness around HIV and AIDS, which begs the question, is there enough awareness on diabetes?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yet so many people are struggling with it, globally. I feel it's important, a lot more important to create dialogue and speak a lot more about it. Hence, I felt when I was diagnosed, perhaps maybe that was my calling to help people out there and say, look, I'm in the entertainment industry. I have a following. There are people that love my craft, but they need to understand that no one is immune to it.
Yeah.
If Hausa can get it, anyone can. You know what I mean? It's all about just being responsible and being a lot more conscious about what you eat, most importantly.
So, but Hausa, ndifuna ukwazi ngokuba le condition ichinje njani firstly career yakho, family yakho, obviously nawe ke.
I was coming from being an artist, a rock star.
Yeah, just living. That's living. Eating, whatever.
Drinking on a daily, just eating unhealthy, not worried about exercising or anything like that, a lot more worried about my craft and being a creative. And that caught up with me after a while, because in life you have to balance things out essentially. And that's when psychologically I made great decisions of wanting to talk a lot more about diabetes, because that's one of the problems. There's not enough dialogue created about it. I started going around the world as a young diabetes ambassador, just sharing my testimony, on living with the condition and how I deal on a daily.
All right, and it's well again, Nani madoda uba diabetes ayilulanga, or it's not as simple as you may think it is. Wena ke ungaxhumana nathi on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's at Mnandi_me. See you after the break.
Mnandi Me. Mnandi Me.
All right, and welcome back to your new favorite health and lifestyle show right here on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure. Igama lenkqubo yethu yiMnandi Me. So before the break, besithetha nge-diabetes. So i-diabetes ayicalucaluli, ayikhethi mntu, ayikhethi ibala, ayikhethi age. So loo nto ke ithetha ukuba there are some cultural ideas about how it should be treated or viewed. Mamela.
American culture causes the diabetes, usually high sugar related things.
Ukulala kakhulu, ukudla ukudla kunamafutha, especially fast food, then nokunga exercise.
Fatty foods, take out
what food you eat, and that's what they believe causes diabetes.
People think that it's the 21st century and they're free to live their own lives, so they just don't care anymore and they do what they want.
I think we're just too relaxed about it.
I don't think people in my culture care about diets or anything, because they believe when you're fat, you're happy and you've got cash and everything.
Ikota, chipsy.
Takeaways, fast foods, because everyone is lazy, we come back from work late, no one wants to cook.
High greasy foods are like negative impacts in life, and then like fruits and vegetables are obviously things that are like very good for you in life.
Mnandi Me.
Now, those were some interesting views about diabetes, but here in students, and it says I diabetes. So what are the red flags of diabetes? Okay, go check diabetes.
Mainly in our youth, you will see laziness and tiredness and a lot of thirst. You'll just be having this child that you're always saying, so in your adults, it will be like frequent infections, urination, rapid weight loss.
So, Siskori, utete ngoba condition, right? Yes. What is controlled?
Yes.
Si controla njani? So, si controla njani? Si tuta njani diabetes and njani? Bas ihlale nje controlled.
People should be pro-treatment rather than anti-treatment.
Yeah.
The people who, I would say, inherited
Yeah.
these conditions, genetically, their pancreas do not work.
Yes.
In that situation, no insulin is being produced.
Okay.
So the people would right away go to your insulin injections, because those injections are so sophisticated, they don't even take a second to prick you. So that is type 1. Then the other one, the type 2 one, sizothi uphuza amapilisi.
Okay.
La mapilisi are going to work like a lock that says to the cell walls, nangu shukela vuleka. Uyabona? But all these things are to control it, because we cannot heal it.
Okay. Ibaluleke kangakanani into ye-awareness ye-diabetes?
Prevention becomes our weapon. So people should not self-diagnose and stay home being afraid of whatever lies they were told or whatever misinformation they were given, that treatment is painful or treatment worsens you up. People should be pro-treatment because it's going to be cheaper, particularly comparing to what the side effects can do to your body.
Right, so now one of the main things esivileyo that affects umzimba wakho ne-diabetes ne-treatment is what you put in and what you eat. Sibona masithini ngayo le nto. So sisikodi ngicela uqala ngayo mama. So what are i-effects zokutya emzimbeni emntwini onayo diabetes okanye into enga-aggravate uba umuntu ayifumane?
Overuse of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are basically dijo tse ileng hore rona ko ka se re phela ka tsona. We are people of pap, motoho, magwinya, diluted cold drinks, tsa mabitso a mangata-ngata.
Those are all the nice things.
And shaikota.
Yeah.
So when you count this carbohydrate load that people take and you convert it, and you check the kind of sugars that people are using, is it your glucose, is it your sucrose, is it your fructose? We find ukuthi they are using dangerous sugars because they are cheap. You can find ukuthi muthu in a day uja 40 teaspoons tatsukiri.
Sugar and carb-free meals are great to keep your sugar levels in check. So masambe siye kitchen siyabona uba singenza ntoni na and a high protein engakunceda masijonge. Ukuyenza ke le meal, you will need itumato enye enqunqiweyo, a handful of cubed robot peppers, ihalf ye onion enqunqiweyo, spinach leaves ezinqunqiweyo, idash ye oil, iteaspoon le garlic flakes, a chicken fillet. Uyenza ngolu hlobo. You add the oil to the pan and allow it to heat. Xa seyitshisa, you add the onion and fry them until translucent. Faka ke ngoku ii-peppers zakho ne-garlic. Ulandelise ngetumato and finish with the tomato sauce. Faka ke ngoku ispinach sakho ne-cheese into the slit of parboiled chicken and grill until golden brown. Dress the chicken yakho with sauce and voila! Yitya nantsi lunch mtshana. So because diabetes is such a complex condition, zininzi gqithi ii-myths on i-treatment yayo and what causes it. Masijonge. So apha kumnandi me, singabantu abathanda i-fun, siyapopa nge-health. So now we have this fun game that we play, right? Ndizanika ii-myths, ne? And then wena uzobonisa whether it is true or false or trolls. And the trolls uzozibonela ke nawe true or false or trolls depending on the myth ezakunika yona, right? And after i-answer yakho uzawucela nje a short explanation on why that is true or false. Ne? Great. So myth number 1. Mnandi Me is the best health and fitness lifestyle show on SABC 1 right now. Oh Lord, please short explanation why that is so true.
Because Mnandi Me is alerting South Africans about the different health conditions that they might face by saving your life.
So myth number 1, eating too much sugar may cause diabetes. I love how you hesitated. Okay, so why is it true?
The thing is, I hesitated because it's not just the sugar; it's also the fitness element of it. You know,
So
we don't train our bodies enough anymore.
So it's trollsish. Myth number 2, people who are overweight or obese will develop diabetes. False. I'll start with you. Why is it false?
Overweight people mainly have high body fat percentages and high levels of circulating insulin. So their bodies are in a constant stage of inflammation, which has been caused by like fructose consumption, may lead them to diabetes because of the metabolic changes in an overweight person.
So Mnandi Me asipopanga nge-healthy yodwa mtshana sipope nako fashion ne-style. So we went out to the streets sabona uba yintoni in kajonge mtshana.
Mnandi Me.
Qho ngonyaka i-Fashion Week iza eSouth Africa and takes us by storm. Kumbula, e-micro trends are trending, which means you can take up smaller accessories to keep you in style without having to go all the way. Isibonisa ke the amazing trends we can look out for in the season. Street and urban fashion is also becoming a thing, with hip, tight fits, a play between dark and bright colors, and headgear that can only match your outfit. Also, swenkile ke mtshana, phuma uyogcola istrato and take a snap, usikhothe.
Mnandi Me.
Right, so from street style to fitness style, after the break, I'll change. I'm trying to get some fitness gear and bust some cool moves that can help you beat diabetes. Go find out more about us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @Mnandi_me. I'm your Paula. So change.
Mnandi Me. Mnandi Me.
All right, welcome back to Mnandi Me, your new favorite health and lifestyle show right here on SABC 1, Mzansi for shizzle. So namhlanje ke besithetha nge-diabetes. Yay! Ndiyaqala ukubona i-condition enobuso obuninzi mtshana. But ke fortunately for us, we had our guest and our expert in studio bazosixelela ubanzi ngale nto. Yasibona ke mtshana uba sesitshintshile ngoku. Tshintshile izinto. Now we enter our fitness gear. So shukumisa igazi man. Ke sibe shushu. So but how's now when with your diet, what do you use to substitute iswekile ne carbs?
I try and keep a strict diet in the week, you know, high in protein and low in carb.
Yeah.
On the weekend is where I will indulge in your ice creams and
you know. All right, so this vele ke nando by aerobics ibalekile because incede kuba cells ezizileleyo zivuke zivuleke ziyeke kuba deaf. Okay, so now we're just going to do 3 moves as a cardio that I love. Right? Cool. So, jumping jacks, and then so high knees, so better 10, then so palm touches, so better 10. Ne? Ready? I was doing it so face. I see, right? 10 jumping jacks first. Ne? Okay. Let's go. And high knees. 1. Palm touches.
And I did it wearing jeans.
Congratulations.
I did it wearing jeans.
Right, now I'm feeling a bit hot. Now my blood is moving. But enough of that. I have another exercise. Well, it's a game that I have, right? So in the upper studio every day, right? Okay, so now this is the push-up challenge. Ne? So I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds each. And I would like you to do as many push-ups as you can in the 30 seconds. Mawuqeda, sakushaybe famous, kushenje ngesithombe, hlaka siphuma manje, and we put it up there with the number of push-ups that you did.
Done.
Happy? So who's gonna start?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Ready? Take the challenge, girl. Take the challenge, girl. Yes, you may. You may, my darling. I'll share position, lab. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, and go.
Nine.
Oh, your time is up. Ungamisa phela. Why you shaya pants? You think iphinde nje kancane? Right, Abulhausa. Asibone wena ke baba. Okay, 30 seconds ready? Yeah. And start.
Enough,
19,
he'll be
20,
hypoglycemic.
21.
No.
23,
Zola, you're inducing
25,
hypoglycemia now.
30. Time is up. I'm not cheese lapha fana ithi ngikushaye nje nge cuteness. Wow, so that was 30. The
Yeah.
time we asked Kota, why uje kodwa Buthaza? Why you so?
Indaba ukuthi ningibheka nijahile inkinga yini lapho.
Ilapho ne. Buka, you out of breath even. So, Scotty, you did 10.
Give me 3 more. I did 30.
13.
I think you're right.
I'll tell you what.
Shang 10. I did 10. The first people ever that I will make famous. Because from now on, you guys are famous because of me. I am your agent in Yankolo Tabafit.
I'm very proud.
You're very proud. I'm also very proud of you guys. So this is our Buthaza with 30 push-ups in 30 seconds. Unjeke now Buthaza. Is one afuna ukuhlala la. How's good, Ibatung? 10. Akufani bantu. Akufani. So, Scotty Buthaza, thank you so much for joining us on this delicious journey. Sifundela ukhulu nge-diabetes, and I hope banana apha emakhaya nifundile. So thank you so much. Ngiyathanda kahle mfethu.
Sabo.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mnandi Me.
So have you ever wondered ukuba yeyiphi yona bank account right for wena? And how many bank accounts are actually really necessary to have?
Mnandi Me.
Isininzi sethu sidinga i-bank account, kodwa ukuba ne-bank accounts ezininzi can cost you more money than necessary. Check accounts are perfect for the day-to-day transactions you need to make. Sigcina imali yakho osunayo safe and make it immediately available for use. Credit cards are only necessary if you need to buy something now, but you'll only have the money later. Kumbula, they charge high interest rates, which means you pay more for something in the end. Savings accounts are a great way to make your money go further. Interest rates are on your side and let your money become more over time without you having to do anything. Khosi yaphela ke mtshana, i-first ever episode yeMnandi Me apha ku SABC 1 Mzansi for shizzle. Siyabulela man mtshana uba uhlalile nathi kule journey yethu ke. Ndiyathemba uba ufundele ukhulu ke mtshana nge-diabetes. Kodwa ke ngabi naxhala. Siyabuya man, same time, same place next week. Kodwa ke during the week if khona ufuna uncokola ngayo okanye i-comment or i-tip, sikhona kuzo zonke i-social media platforms @Mnandi_me. Sibonane ke next week. Ukhumbule uba uhlale usafe, uhlale u-healthy. Ungapholi mtshana. I'll see you next week. Bye. Next time, Mnandi Me, we're getting right up and personal with your crop. Do we keep it natural or try our best to fight Mother Nature? Treat yourself and your family with a delicious recipe. Take care of umzimba wakho when we hit it up with some physical know-how. And stay cool with the latest trends that will keep your hairdo in style. Do one out when they come into a time of stress.
Mnandi Me.